Two showdowns with Navy highlight the weekend slate. Saturday afternoon, the men's tennis team travels to Annapolis for their matchup against the Mids. Both teams are currently tied for first place in the Patriot League. Back at West Point, the lacrosse team battles for the Star at noon. The winner on Saturday will secure a spot in this year's Patriot League tournament. Head coach Joe Alberisi says the team will be ready from the opening face-off.
We're always working our best to throughout the week to put us in a position to be physically at our best, mentally at our best, and emotionally at our best. And that's no different here. It does produce some other challenges just being Navy because of some distractions and some things, some additional things on the guys' time, just being our Navy week. But I'm very confident in our guys' ability to handle that, specifically because of the seniors and their ability to pass along, how this week goes and, how to play this game, how to approach this game.
The women's tennis team will wrap up the regular season with a trio of home matches. On Friday, the Black Knights will take on Lafayette and Holy Cross before welcoming Bucknell to West Point on Saturday. Head coach Paul Peck likes where his team is at right now.
It's a young team. We don't have any seniors. And, we started off strong. I think we had a little bit of a lull there. And then I think we're bouncing back, and, they're playing some really focused tennis.
The baseball team will put its perfect league record on the line this weekend in their series against Lafayette. Head coach Joe Sotolano liked the approach the Black Knights had last weekend versus Lehigh.
I thought it showed great maturity. I thought it showed great leadership with the captains and the seniors, and I thought it showed great maturity in a club to be able to focus on an individual game, which is exactly what we talk about, rather than a series, rather than a conference, a non-conference. Take each game as an individual and play as hard as you can for those games or for that game. And we certainly, I thought, did a good job of doing that last weekend, and hope to remain to do that for the remainder of the season.
Following their tough series at Colgate, the softball team looks to bounce back when they travel to Bucknell. Head coach Michelle DiPolo says it's been a good week for the Black Knights.
We actually didn't have any midweek games, so this week has been one of our lowest weeks of action all season, which has been sort of on purpose because this is about the time when you start getting these injuries and injuries that aren't healing, injuries that keep tweaking and be here and there. So we've been pretty light with the sole focus on doing whatever we needed to do mid-stride and focus on the weekend. So it's been nice to have an entire week where your only focus is on one team.
Army Track and Field will finish up the home portion of their schedule when Binghamton, Colgate, Columbia, and St. Francis make the trip to West Point. Head coach Troy Ingles says his team is excited to compete.
The great thing is that this year we're at home. We don't have to get on a bus. We don't have to travel anywhere, which is an additional stressor. So we think that the schedule's good. We've got a couple of good teams coming in. We can run everybody this weekend. Truthfully, we're going to rest some folks that gave it their all last week. But we've got other folks that didn't get a chance to compete last week or need a chance to compete to prepare maybe for the conference meet. So it's a good meet for us this weekend.
Rounding out the weekend, the golf team will play in the Wolfpack Spring Open in Raleigh, North Carolina. This will be the final tune-up for the Black Knights before the Patriot League tournament. With this week's weekend preview, Rick Johnston, ITT Excellus Night Vision.